Hey guys, back out here running. Still about 2:02 on the hoof, as they say, going down the road, but I feel like a fire hydrant, but we're out here doing it. So I got thinking maybe I'd share a couple of stories of when things didn't go so well in my races. One that comes to mind is when I was training. It's timely because they just had the Boston Marathon, so I tried to qualify for that. And I'm not exactly a runner guy, but so I put my time in, did all my work, and showed up on race day. It was a freaking monsoon down a marathon in southern Maine. Actually ran pretty well. I needed to run, I think 7:38s or 7:50s or something to hit a 3:25. So we're talking monsoon. Dressed like this with a North Face coat on, hat and gloves. So we're running along. Guy tells us, get down here, turn around, get down here, turn around. And I was like, that's not where we went in training. So anyway, got to the 12-mile mark. My GPS said 12.5. So I knew we were a half mile over. And I figured, well, they'll just straighten it out at the end. Let's just keep doing our thing and keep clicking off these miles. So, yeah. I looked at my GPS at mile 26.2 and it said 3:25 even. So I made it, kind of. Still had a half mile to go to the finish. So, yeah, I ran like hell. Did that half mile in 4 minutes. So my official time was 3:29 and change. But I still figured, well, they'll just take care of it. No big deal. Well, they couldn't take care of it because Boston Athletic Association said, no, that doesn't fly. You didn't make it. So, yeah, I was like, what am I gonna do? Person I was running with made it. I wanted to go, I wanted to run. So I did what every stupid runner will do and found another race. 3 weeks later, up in Orono. Figured, what the heck, I'm in good shape. We'll go give that a rip. It was flat, not a problem. Piece of cake. So went up there, ran the first half in 1:39. Came through town as a two-looper. Yeah. And then I went out, back out of town. Mile 14, the wheels came off. I was done. So by mile 18, I was having a leg cramp so bad I could barely walk. And I came in 3:36. Not even close. And it's all cramped up, all stove up. The guy that's running the PT table says, man, how did you frig yourself up this bad in 3.5 hours? So, 2 marathons, 3 weeks, no Boston Marathon. So I ended up going down, supporting friends, and had a good time, but that's just a quick story of, you know, not everything's always gonna go your way. And it's how you carry yourself, not just when things go great, but more importantly when they don't. To me, that says a lot about you. The other one I had was Lake Placid, Ironman 2008. I had stepped on a nail in May, and so my training wasn't awesome. I had to kind of back off my running in the last couple months, but I went out there, had a bunch of friends doing it. Was gonna go have a day, see what we could do. Everything was great leading up, and I woke up at 4 a.m. race morning with either food poisoning or the flu. Yeah, laying on the bathroom floor because it was cold. Just, not to be too graphic, but coming out both ends, basically emptying my body for an Ironman. So, got that done. Sat on the edge of the bed for a bit, and got to thinking, well, I mean, how much worse can it get, right? Why not just go down in case I feel better? So I had a bagel, peanut butter. My wife says, what are you doing? I said, I'm just gonna go down in case I feel better. So I went down, and my coach at the time, Rob Smith, looked at me. He said, man, you don't look good. So that should have been a key indicator that it wasn't gonna go well. Yeah. So, put my wetsuit on. A couple thousand people there. Jumped in the water. And I had planned on starting up front. And it's where, that's back when Ironman wasn't a wave start. It was, cannon goes off, all hell breaks loose. So I said, well, screw it. Brakes are gone, no sense steering. Might as well start at the front. So up I went on the cable, and cannon went off. Off I went. I think I still had a temp. I got in the water, so not my smartest move. Wouldn't recommend it. And first lap, going down, it's okay. But by the time I got back to the beach to do the second loop, you had to get out of the water, jump back in. I was pretty sure that this was gonna be a short day. So I took my goggles off and kind of walked over to the where you get back in the water. I looked around, took a minute, friggin' 2,000 people there screaming. So well, screw it. Put the goggles back on, and in the water I went. Lap 2. And I don't know how many strokes I took before I knew it was over. Maybe 10 or 12. But I swam that second loop. Must have taken me an hour. Came back, walked out of the water. There was an old lady standing there. She's like, are you hurt? No, ma'am, I'm not hurt. What's wrong? I said, I'm sick. I'm not gonna continue. I'm gonna need your chip. Okay, yeah, I understand that, ma'am. Give me a second here. So, bending down to take that chip off after training for a year for a race, you know, to go best my time from 2006. That wasn't a great spot to be. Took the chip off, gave it to her. My day was over. Almost. Because then you have to walk back and get out of the hole. I'm still on the race course. So you gotta walk through the whole chute where they channel the athletes. And so, yeah, they also have wetsuit strippers there. It's not what you think they are. There are people there that pull your wetsuit off when you lay on your back. Well, they were doing that, I had to walk by those guys. As I walked by, guy pulled the wetsuit off and went, wham, right around my head, like a rubber band. And I just, I stopped, shook my head, started walking through the chute. And I remember looking up on the hill, seeing my family. And finally jumped the fence and got out of it. And Bailey came running down, gave me a hug, and she says, I said to her, remember when I told you, don't expect life to be fair? I said, yeah. I said, this is what I'm talking about. So we went back to the hotel, laid around most of the day, and at 4 o'clock I felt pretty good. So we went down, cheered in all my friends till late into the night, and I guess that's my point. Like I said before, when things go sideways on you, when the shit hits the fan, you really find out who you are. There's a lot of people, and I've seen them do it, when the day doesn't go their way, whether it be a big event like Ironman or your 5K or whatever. When it doesn't go your way, how do you respond? Think about that. Character's what you do when nobody's looking. So anyway, thought I'd share a couple stories today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.